Well, happy Thanksgiving to those of you in the United States, and here's to a beautiful day if you are not in the U.S. or are listening to this another day. Let's talk about gratitude in a new way given the crazies of 2020 and how to have it in spite of and because of what we have and are experiencing in the world with the pandemic. Hey, Wealth Warrior, welcome to today's show. I'm Jackie Elmer, and this is the Street Smart Wealth Experience. Just a little about me. I help network marketers make money without annoying their family and friends. This way they get up each day, they know exactly what to do in the marketing, they know exactly the messaging and the language that they're going to use to attract people with social selling, how to build their brand from their own authentic self and in their own words. We do all of this together in the Street Smart Wealth Academy. So you can learn more at streetsmartwealthacademy.com. I would love to work with you there. And don't forget to grab my new video series on how to create compelling content and copy. Go to streetsmartwealth.com/killer copy. Well, I don't like to dwell a whole lot on the pandemic. I'm essentially over it myself, meaning I'm fed up, sick of it, and sick of talking about it, sick of all the radio messaging and everybody telling me what to do and how to do it and all the rest of it. And I'm sure you're kind of over it too. But I really wanted to circle back around and focus on gratitude, especially in this week, in this day of Thanksgiving here in the United States. Gratitude is a word that is very often and easily bantered around. But let's start with gratitude, because gratitude really is the foundation of not only being present and being happy with where we are now and creating that energy and that vibe that's going to attract more to us, but it does just that. It gives you more of what you want. We really can create powerful things when we start from a place of abundance versus a place of scarcity and lack. We've heard it again. Start with gratitude. Gratitude gives you more of what you want. I just even said that myself. Do a daily gratitude journal. But what is gratitude really? And how do we manage to feel grateful when we're in challenging situations, just like we are? And I kind of titled this show Gratitude in Spite of and Because of. Now, you've heard me say this before. Life is 50-50. Always. We have joy, love, peace, happiness. And those are all great emotions and great ways of feeling and being. And we also have, conversely, pain. We have grief, disappointment, frustration, feeling out of control, overwhelmed. We have a lot of these things. The reality is we can't know the beautiful fall harvest without the scorching suns of summer, right? We can't know the blooms of spring without the frozen ice of winter. Life sometimes gives us lemons, and we get to decide what to do with them. So COVID-19 was certainly not something most of us expected, but it came, and it's here even still. And the reality is it has forever changed our lives in many, many ways. And I believe it's changed our lives in some ways we don't even know of yet. I know I look at my own life and the way I run it and the things that I do, and it's dramatically different in some ways than it was 6-8 months ago. And some things are the same, but some things have changed and will forever remain changed. We're left figuring ourselves out, our lives out, our businesses out in the midst of all of it. Some people are thriving in their lives and in their businesses, and some are struggling. So let's get you to the side of thriving if that's not where you feel that you are. Now, for me, when COVID hit, I was already a big yoga fan, but I literally started spending a lot of time on my yoga mat in contemplative thoughts. Yoga is where I can dive more deeply into my thoughts, my feelings and emotions as I get in touch with my body and my mind and body connect. And as I mentioned, this is time that I spend in contemplation, and I've spent a lot of time journaling and thinking. And I came away with those things that I'm grateful to and for in spite of and because of the situation we're dealing with. First, I finally fully grasped the concept of being still, being quiet, quieting my mind, being present, and experiencing, quote, enough in the moment. experiencing the feeling of sufficiency, of knowing that all my needs are met right now in this moment. Okay? That's an important place to be because it puts you in a state of gratitude. I get up earlier most often, these days especially, and very much I get up before the sun comes up. In fact, I'm recording this at 5 in the morning. So that gives you an idea, and I've been up for an hour and a half. I don't do that every single day, but I have a long to-do list today, okay? So I get up before the sun comes up. I enjoy my meditation time in the silence and darkness of the pre-dawn. And it's a whole new world when you're out before the sun comes up. And because I live in Scottsdale, Arizona right now, anyway, it's still warm enough. And some mornings I go sit outside at about 5:30. The sun doesn't come up until 7:04. I believe it's slated to come up today. But it's nice being out there before the sun rises. I love listening to the birds who sing that time of day. And I have Hootie. I actually have 3 Hooties. I have 3 owls who visit me very often. They hang out regularly in my tree, on my rooftop, or neighboring ones. And they call out to each other in perfect harmony. When I can quiet my mind and get out of the busyness of what I know is coming in the day, I can really experience the joy and the enoughness of just being there at that moment and appreciating it and feeling gratitude. The pink-orange brilliance of the sky as the sun rises offers promise and beauty, as it has for thousands of years. None of that has changed. I'm grateful for the people in my life in new ways, their strengths and vulnerabilities, as we navigate these waters together. And I'm so very grateful for technology. I have been grateful for technology for decades, and even more so now as it keeps us connected in ways that we didn't have to rely on before, and it keeps my business and many other people's businesses thriving. I'm so grateful for the personal growth work that I've done for nearly 25 years. It's helped me stay calm, logical, and simply put my mind to work figuring things out. My journal is absolutely my best friend, and I'm so grateful for its blank pages, beckoning me to write and release. My daily thought download is my best start to the day. Some words and concepts that have come to mind for me over the last year are loss of control, being in the present moment, gripping tightly, hurry up and wait, nowhere to go and all the time to get there, mind mastery, release, acceptance, clutter, priorities, values, faith, love, peace, joy, gratitude, 50-50, good versus bad, movement, possibilities, being part of the solution, and leadership. These are all words that have come to mind during my thought downloads that I've journaled about and what those things mean to me. I'm grateful that I've learned to let go and let God, simply relaxing the grip on those things that I don't control. And quite frankly, I've learned that I've never been in control of those things. I just thought that I was. Slowing down. I'm grateful to be pacing myself more and chilling. Nightly soaks in my bathtub, meditating and spending time intentionally thinking about how I spend my time and how I spend my life and who I spend it with and what actions I take in my life and in my business. I've released the hustle and grind and am working less and actually achieving more. As Albert Einstein said, if I have an hour to solve a problem, I spend 55 minutes thinking about it and 5 minutes solving it. Thinking intentionally is freedom. It is pure freedom. And it's at the fingertips of anyone who chooses to use it and do it. And finally, I'm grateful for you, sharing this time and this journey with me. Though we have possibly and probably never met, maybe never spoke on a Zoom call, we're kindred spirits. We have like minds and goals. We're entrepreneurs. We're risk takers. We're leaders. We're movers and shakers. We're human, real, authentic, and vulnerable. Sometimes we can lose sight of feeling grateful when things aren't going like we want them to. We struggle in our businesses. People say no. People quit. Everyone else seems to have an easier time. We feel challenged. We don't have time. We don't have the money or finances. But thoughts are things, and we create the reality of our lives by creating the things that are in it, by the thoughts that we have and the actions or inactions we take. We attract what we focus on. Focus on lack and scarcity, get more of the same. Wishing is not enough. Feeling abundant, even while lacking abundance, and expressing gratitude for what you have and where you are now will bring you what you want into your life. I know it may sound airy-fairy. Here's the thing though, I know this to be true as I have experienced it myself. Once I began to pay attention to my thoughts, everything changed. Today, I practice deep waves of appreciation and gratitude multiple times throughout the day. First thing before I get out of bed, last thing before I go to sleep, in my mind, in my journal, as I hit the yoga mat, as I hit the walking trail, and at other times throughout the day. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, why am I struggling? And why is it taking me so long to get where I want to go? I understand these thoughts. I've had them myself. It's not because you don't want it enough, or aren't smart enough, or don't know enough, or aren't worthy, and so on. It's because you're creating resistance through your own thoughts, especially the ones you aren't even aware of. Here's the key to life and business and getting what you want in both. A consistent formula gives you consistent results. The law of attraction is the most powerful law in the universe. That which is like unto itself is drawn. In other words, you get what you focus on and you get back what you give out. That's the key to life and business and getting what you want. Pay attention to what you're thinking and what you're putting out into the universe. The easiest way to begin to change things is starting with gratitude for where you are now. And you know my mantra, everything happening to me is happening for me. And finding acceptance and the gift in what you currently have and not focusing on the lack of what you want and don't have. I experienced something a few years back that kind of rocked my boat and rocked my world. And I quickly fell into scarcity thinking and negativity for a while. And I pulled myself out of it by doing the following things. A, I became aware of my thoughts and feelings. B, I started thinking and feeling deliberately and intentionally and shifted away from those negative thoughts. I shifted what needed to be shifted. C, I started expressing gratitude each day for where I was right then and having enough. And D, I started using questions to validate or invalidate what I thought I was experiencing. I asked myself, is this true? Is this happening right now? How do I know it's true? What does it mean if it is true? What does it mean about me? Does this serve me? How would I like to think and feel? And how do I shift to that thinking? So close your eyes and imagine something you're grateful for. Feel appreciation and gratitude for 30 seconds or more about that very thing. With your eyes closed, just focus on those feelings. Make that list. Make it 1 thing, 3 things, 5 things, 10 things. Spend time with your eyes closed, focusing on your gratitude. Once you've done it with 1 thing, move to something else. Just try it and let me know what comes up for you. So as we embrace the Thanksgiving week and day here in the United States, please know that I'm grateful for you, and I am thanking you right now for being here and being part of this amazing journey with me. So if you're liking this and learning from this and want more of it, you really should check out the Street Smart Wealth Academy. We take all of this, we package it into a radical shift for you. It's going to change not only your life, but your business. It's going to change the way you think and act. And it's guaranteed. Do the work, get the results, or you get your money back. What could be better than that? You can learn more at streetsmartwealthacademy.com. Until next time, remember this: hesitation never cashed a check. Good luck to you in your business, and happy Thanksgiving. If you would like even more tips and training, I have a free gift for you over at streetsmartwealth.me. It's my guide, Unleash the Power of Social Selling. If you're ready to stop struggling in your business and develop a sales and social media strategy to attract your ideal clients, team partners, and create the success you dream about, grab the guide right now over at streetsmartwealth.me. You'll find more on my blog at streetsmartwealth.com, as well as my Facebook group, streetsmartwealthschool.com, and follow me on Instagram at Jackie Ulmer. And make sure you learn more about the Street Smart Wealth Academy over at streetsmartwealthacademy.com. I'll see you on the next show.